A first reaction and analysis of Seek and Destroy by Metallica. Seek and Destroy is a track from the 1983 debut album of Metallica called Kill 'Em All. Now, it was actually the first song they ever recorded in a studio, and although hard to believe now, it was very difficult for the band to garner any attention during that period of time and get themselves a record deal. They recorded several demos during that period to garner themselves some attention from club owners and eventually relocated to San Francisco to secure the services of their brilliant bassist Cliff Burton. This track was originally titled Metal Up Your Arse, with cover art depicting a dagger emerging from a toilet bowl. The band was then asked by distributors to change the name and artwork because they felt as if, probably rightfully so, it'd be very difficult to gain any kind of commercial success with an offensive title and cover art. I've heard this band in various stages of their career as a band, and I've been slowly becoming sort of, you could say, a fan of the band, man. It's a very unique experience listening to Metallica. Particularly, I've been blown away by their writing. I think that's the part of metal music and this band in general that has sort of shocked me in a good way the most. Lastly, if you do have a sec, hit the like button, perhaps share it with a friend. Also, if you're into daily music content, analysis, reactions, there's plenty of that in this channel. Other than that, let's get into the music. This is Seek and Destroy by Metallica. Ooh. The power. The tone of the guitar as well. Wow. Whoa. It's like over here now. Great groove. Ah. This is what the inside of a cyborg who is hell-bent on killing sounds like. If you were to able to open the top of it up and listen to the chips speaking in some way, this is what it would sound like. I don't know about if this was a part of let's get back into it. Let's get back into it. Whoa.
Yeah. Seek and destroy.
Oh.
Yeah. Seek and destroy. Yeah. Seek and destroy.
Okay, so I spoke about the fact this is like the insides of a death-seeking, murdering cyborg. Getting into the lyrics a little bit, I don't know if this is the case, but I could totally see if James Cameron came and said that Seek and Destroy was the track that inspired him to make Terminator, it would make sense to me. This is what's going on in Arnie's head in Terminator 1, if you don't remember, where he comes back to kill Sarah Connor, right? And Kyle, I can't remember his full name. This is what's playing in his head. He's thinking this: we're scanning the scene in the city tonight. We're looking for you to start up a fight. Right? It totally fits. In my head, at least. I could see this being played in that movie. Great movie, by the way. Terminator 2 might be the best movie of all time. Anyway. The power in those drums.
There is no escape, and that's for sure. This is the end, we won't take anymore. Say
Whoa.
Seek and destroy. Seek and destroy. Seek and destroy.
Okay, one of the greatest aspects of Metallica is how they build atmosphere. Depending on their concept that they're trying to convey to their listeners, they switch it up. For Whom the Bell Tolls totally fit the storyline of what would be a battle, almost a battle to the end of time, you know, for a fight for humanity. When I listened to Nothing Else Matters, the message of that track, the music fit it perfectly, right? Same thing here. If this is a person, a cyborg, whatever it is, a person hell-bent on revenge and death, dude, this is perfect. I believe it's Hetfield who comes up with the riffs. I'm not too sure, but he does such a brilliant job. He seems like a riff creating machine, man. He comes up with so many. Very, very creative. Whoa. Oh. Switch up. Whoa. Oh my lord. Dude. In terms of guitar playing skills, really the star of the show here is that riff, that lead guitar that's being played throughout it. It's absolutely brilliant. I mean, speak about an emotion, right? I mean, if you're looking to get amped up, dude, it's pretty late at night here. I don't know if I should be listening to this song. I might be up for like another 16 hours now. Like, it's so high. Imagine, I really can see why so many athletes, I've seen a lot of athletes say that they listen to Metallica. Totally understand why. Dude, after listening to this, I can lift like 1,000 pounds in a deadlift, you know? It's crazy high intensity stuff. Dude, doesn't it totally sound like, you know, this cyborg has now located its target and it's now coming. It's coming down the hall. You can hear the thuds of his foot. That's what the images that it produces in my head, man. It's like he is about to destroy now. He's seeked, now he's destroying. He's sought. Listen to that. I'm coming. Ooh. Wow. The two guitars. Wow. Okay. In terms of a pure emotion, you want to deliver a sort of straight pill to the brain or to the gut of anger and intensity and power. That's how you do it. That's how you make a track like that, man. And it's really cool to see that this band had that right from the start, right? We're looking at a very early version of the band where they're still trying to find their sound and themselves as musicians. But I guess it's just a gift of theirs. They're able to build this incredible atmosphere of angst and intensity and power, vengeance. I mean, all of that was there, right? And that's from the guitars, those two guitars at the end, especially when they met in unison to build that end sort of instrumental break with it. Is like this chugging, this churning of the gears inside this cyborg almost going to deliver this act of vengeance. But what I will say is, I think what makes this track brilliant in terms of its delivery of an emotion is a little bit of the drawback for me. Now, I love the song overall, but what I found about the other Metallica tracks that I listened to, particularly For Whom the Bell Tolls and Master of Puppets, is the depth of the track. It was let's take For Whom the Bell Tolls, for example. Because it didn't just deliver one thing, it was kind of ambiguous in a sense. There's not necessarily one thing it's trying to deliver. There's multiple sections to it. Master of Puppets was the same. It was due to its ambiguity, you could kind of take away more from it. I would say it was much more of a deeper song. This is not what they're going for here, and that's fine. You have range as a band. You make different kinds of songs, and they did a brilliant job here. But I would say it's a little bit of a drawback for me because in terms of depth, the other tracks have delivered that far better. However, if you're looking for something to hype you up, you know, I'm about to go hit the gym. I mean, this is a great track to lift weights to. I could totally see how a sort of look into the mind of pure revenge, pure vengeance is brilliant in that sense. And what a great atmosphere they built. Particularly the star of the show with those guitars. They did a fantastic job. So overall, another good song. I'll go as far as to say very good song. Along the lines of the Metallica songs I've heard so far. So I'm not sure where I'm going to go next. I think I'm going to return back to Ride the Lightning. But other than that, I'll see you guys on the next one.